There is an issue in America that a lot of people don't really pay attention to. There is a sin, if you would. I don't know if it explicitly says it's a sin, but it warns about this particular thing many times throughout the Bible, and it has plagued America. I mean, it's rampant right now. It's worse than it's ever been, and I feel like it really happened in my generation, maybe even the generation before. But no, I would say like my generation, the millennial generation, and it's just gotten worse and worse. And that sin, that problem is laziness. And in my opinion, the reason why I feel like this has come up in our generation is I feel like the conveniences at home have gotten significantly, I guess, more comfortable than in many previous generations. A lot of previous generations lived in very small houses, in 1,300 square foot homes, especially in America. That was normal back in the day. And in Korea and other parts of the country, or in other parts of the world, it's way more inconvenient. They would stay outside. People would constantly be out and meeting people and, just always busy. And now all kids want to do nowadays is, and not even kids, just adults as well, is they just want to stay home. And this is what the Bible has warned about many times throughout the Bible, throughout Proverbs, throughout, there's so many verses I'm looking at right here. The desire of the sluggard kills him, for his hands refuse to labor. The sluggard is wiser in his own eyes than 7 men who can answer sensibly. He will not plow in season, and at the harvest he looks and has nothing. The sluggard said, "There's a lion in the road." And I'll kind of explain that in a little bit, but there's so many there's just so many verses about this. A little sleep, a little slumber, and poverty comes upon you like a robber. And the reason why I want to mention this is because I believe in the advent of drugs, right? And drugs include, obviously, marijuana and drinking, how that became more prominent. Now, drinking has been out there for a while, but I would say marijuana has truly worsened people's slothfulness, their laziness. And then we have at-home entertainment. I mean, my goodness, Netflix, like all the movies we get to watch at the tip of our fingers. We have now 65, 70-inch TVs. We have computer games that feel real. Like I play some of them. I go out there and I'm like in this world and I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is like an art piece. It seems so real. And it's only getting more real and more engaging and more fun. And the problem is with all of this is that we're becoming lazier. We're loving sleep more. We're constantly reading the news, and you know how it said, there's a lion outside, there's a lion on the road. Don't go out there. Well, the meaning of that is that, we're constantly reading the news and we're like afraid. We're afraid to do everything because we're constantly, watching this stuff. And honestly, it's like it's a form of fear, which maims your action and doing things, which that's what success, that's what progress entails. You have to do things. You have to be busy. You have to take risks outside. But the lazy person's like, no, I don't want to go outside because it's so bad out there, right? How many people you hear about that? And you see a lot of these people who just constantly complain and constantly are have the entitlement mindset and, judging, criticizing everyone. They're so comfortable. They made their home so comfortable and cozy, and that's their lives. And listen, I'm not talking as like a preacher. I'm talking as a fellow person who struggles with this. I've had a child. I've had success, earlier than most, and I start to get really comfortable in my life, and I don't want to work as hard. I want to sleep more. Sleep is a precious commodity for parents. And I have to fight this as well because it is so comfortable here in America. And you may be thinking, well, I don't have money and, I'm not comfortable. Listen, you are way more blessed than you may think. Go to a third world country. Actually see what is out there in Africa. The fact that you have flooring, okay? The fact that you have carpet, is a huge blessing. So many people don't have carpet. So many people don't have toilets. They don't have running water. They don't have a kettle that you could press a button and you have hot water in like a couple of minutes, okay? We are so comfortable here in America, and laziness has plagued us. And I'm telling you, if you struggle with laziness, and again, like I'm looking at Proverbs, 24. It says that then I saw and considered it. I looked and received instruction. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come upon you like a robber, and want like an armed man. And I'm just here to encourage you guys that try not to be comfortable being comfortable. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Okay? Do things that you don't want to know, that you don't want to do, that you know that is right to do. Okay? And that is, listen, I've gotten coaching and I've spent a lot of money on coaching, and they would always push me. The reason why I used to spend $2,000 an hour on coaching. And you may think, Peter, you're crazy, but you have to understand how important a coach is. There's a reason why Mike Tyson was the greatest boxer of all time, it's because of his coaching, because of Customato. There's a reason why all of these athletes, all of these successful people have had mentors and coaches in their life. Okay? It's to push them to do things that are uncomfortable, because that is where success is. Okay? This is not like a personal development thing. This is actually a Bible thing, where the Bible says, don't be in the comfortable. Okay? Don't get too comfortable in the comfort, okay? I know that sounds weird, but it's like, don't have too much honey either, okay? Even with food, you have to be able to control yourself, okay? Control your gaming, control your Netflix, control your shopping, control the foods. Eating too much sugar, it's bad for you. It'll kill you. It'll make you sick. It'll make you even lazier, okay? So in America, I'm just trying to encourage you guys to not let laziness plague your body, because it likely already has. There's a way to get out. The way to get out is just start doing things that are uncomfortable. And if you can't do it yourself, get somebody to help you to get uncomfortable and keep you accountable to it. I hope this helps. I'll talk to you guys later.